Guys, do not place another bet until you watch this video first. The worst part of sports betting is scamdicappers. As sports gambling blows up across the country, you will see more and more of them popping up infesting social media, just looking to capitalize on the unsuspecting gambler. In general terms, these are used car salesmen looking to make a quick buck by selling you shitty advice. So today we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of sports betting, which is bankroll management, along with some advice on how to spot these scamdicappers on social media. This is Take It to the Window. Now, what is a unit? A unit is a standard way of gauging out how much you're going to bet on a particular wager. I recommend to my clients to set their base one unit anywhere from 1% to 5% of their total bankroll. 1% is going to be a more conservative approach, whereas if you go 5%, it's a more aggressive strategy. So, for example, if your bankroll is $100, your unit is going to be anywhere from $1 to $5 based on your personal preference and how much risk you really want to take. The emphasis here is consistency. If you vary the amount you're placing on each bet, you're only increasing the margin for error. When you go 2-1, you better be up money. But I'm sure it's happened to you, where you've hit a bet, hit another one, and you start feeling yourself, and now you slam that third bet, and it loses. Now you find yourself in a hole when you should have been profitable. Guys, it's no different than when you invest in stocks or cryptocurrency. You would never take all of your money and just place it into one thing. You spread it out and diversify it to give yourself the best chance for long-term profitability. The same thing goes for sports betting. Now for the fun stuff, scamdicappers. As I mentioned before, sports gambling is exploding and there are more and more of these scamdicappers who are all over social media. The ultimate cockroach himself, none other than Vegas Dave. He recommends you use 5% of your bankroll as your base one unit, which is fine, it's an aggressive strategy, but here's the shit that rubs me the wrong way. Here's Vegas Dave's bets for the 2021 Home Run Derby. Let's take a look at his most confident bet, where he tells his clients to place 200 units on one bet. It sounds nice, but it can lead to a disaster. Personally, it's irresponsible advice that no sports bettor should take. Let's do some simple math. If your bankroll is $100 and one unit, according to Vegas Dave, is 5% of your total bankroll, then one unit is $5. He's asking you to put 200 units, which would total $1,000. That will be putting 10 times your total bankroll budget on one bet. A prop bet, that's ridiculous. So I don't know if Vegas Dave is just terrible at math, but when he tells you to put 200 units on a bet, you need to ignore that. Imagine if you took his whole card, you would be down $2,000, which would be 20 bankrolls. So avoid these scamdicappers at all costs. Don't get me wrong, no one is perfect, no one gets every bet right, including myself. But there's a difference between being wrong and just being an asshole. Proper bankroll management advice is a huge part of being successful in this game. If Vegas Dave told you to go put one unit on these bets, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So make sure you give me a follow at Kenny Bets Big and follow the Game Day to get all the responsible professional gambling advice. And Vegas Dave, if you're offended by me calling you a scamdicapper, put your money where your big mouth is and we can go pick for pick. Shoot me a DM and let me know you accept. And that's how you take it to the window.